Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. It is my pleasure to bring you Paul Dano for the new movie Love and Mercy. Paul, I'm picking up good vibrations. Brian Wilson, that's just a little song. How cool is it to inhabit the shoes of this iconic musical legend?
It's definitely the most fun I've ever had acting. Just, I think because of the music. You know, playing that, singing it every day, listening to it every day, going to the studio with it.
But you went into the
really
studio
lights you up.
with Brian Wilson, so how surreal is that a moment like that?
It was crazy. I mean, first of all, when he visited set, I mean, I was working with the musicians, I'm sort of doing my thing, and then he walks in and it's like a true trippy Brian Wilson 60s moment. I was like, whoa, you know, there's like two Brians here. Like, what is it? How is it possible that there's two Brians here right now? And the best thing to talk with Brian about is music, because he lights up like a schoolboy. You know, sometimes he is in front of people, like, you know, I don't know if you saw it, like talking to him, but he can get nervous. But when you get into music, he just lights up. So it was super fun to dork out about music with him.
Now, when you see the movie, it's kind of divided. There's two aspects of Brian Wilson's personality. Paul plays the younger one who was in the studio doing Pet Sounds. What insights did you get about who this man was? Because for a lot of us, we just think of him as this record, that we think about him as this music, but there's a complex personality there.
There is, but I think you just had a great point, which is he is his music, and I think that's one thing that I like about the film that people have told me after they see it is I think the music is that complex, but you just don't realize it because it goes down so smooth. But once you break it down, the instrumentation, sort of the key changes, the voicings, the harmonies, like it is actually really complex, and I do think that is Brian. But what I guess for me is just sort of the balance of like light and dark, like a person who would want to make music that would make people smile and help them heal, but who also had so much struggle and pain, and sort of the space in between those two things. You know, he's a complicated guy, you're right, but I think it's his light is what I was really attracted to, his spirit.
And for anybody who has followed your career, you were so incredibly eclectic. I mean, the roles that you have played, but who knew there was a musical side of you? Is this something that's always been there, that you had that ability, or was it kind of like a late blooming tap into?
No, I think I've always loved music. I think in some ways I started acting because of singing, just like singing led to doing musicals, which led to doing plays, which now has led to doing films. And I've always played in bands, and I love music. But I've always been sort of shy about it too, and it was really fun to...
Well, feel free to sing something now.
No.
I try.
Yeah, to learn to play the piano I mean, first of all, Brian's singing is hard, so I got to work with a wonderful person in New York for months and just singing all the time, and it really, I do feel like it brought something out in me that I want to keep in my life. You know, it felt good to sing and perform. So, yeah.
And the last guilty question, your favorite Beach Boys song?
While we were filming, I think the song You Still Believe in Me just meant a lot to me as Brian. I do think the entirety of Pet Sounds and Smile are just on a whole nother level. And I really think Smile was the big discovery for me doing this. You know, they've released this like 6-disc Smile Sessions thing, and it's one of the best documentations of an artist at work that I think you can find, because you can really hear Brian building the songs and experimenting, and it's amazing. But sort of where he was going, the music was really, it was bigger than him. It was really spiritual. So I kind of am obsessed with all of it.
Congratulations,
That's
sir.
cool. Yeah.
Powerful, credible performance.
Thanks.
And this is Scott
Thanks,
Orlin.
man.
Until next time.